Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well this evening or morning and daytime, however, you're watching this. My name is D, and I am a gamer, and I got something on my mind, and I would like to talk about it. Before I get into it, please like and subscribe and share, and also comment down below for the topics that we'll be talking about tonight. Keep your comments classy, respectful, and above all, keep it mindful. That's all I ask. Keep it peaceful, keep it respectful. So let's get into it. DreamCon has been the talk about for the last couple of weeks. And the event is held in Texas. Truthfully, I never traveled to Texas before. In fact, the only places that I have traveled in my lifetime has been New Jersey, Virginia, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts. Shout out to the folks living in those mentioned states. And well, I never heard of DreamCon until recently, but I'm glad I did. It turns out that it's a convention where black people can go to enjoy themselves, cosplay, interact with one another. A place where if a black person likes anime, video games, comic books, or anything of the nerd culture, then they can join it. And it's not exclusively just black people, it's for anyone who shares that kind of passion to be among good people. And the only question that I have is where was this when I was growing up? Because I came out of high school in 2001 and I really never heard of conventions or anything like that until maybe 2003, 2005. I can't remember the exact year. But before then, I didn't know conventions existed. The only thing I knew where a group of people gather is either movie theaters, sporting events, and that's all I knew. Now, my high school did have anime or otaku type of club, but I can't remember the name of it. But I knew of a friend who was in that club, and had I been more in tune with my true self back then, I probably would have joined. But that's one of the many things about life. There's regret and then there's triumph. So maybe in another lifetime I'll have the opportunity again. If not, well, it is what it is. Articon was put together by a group of the RDC world, and they had a vision to put together something where it's just for the culture. And if anyone wants to be a part of it, they're more than welcome. But to get there, it's a matter of do they want their idea to blend in with other conventions, or should they branch out and do their own thing? And it is very entrepreneurial of them to branch out and do their own thing. Over time, they had to strategize, plan, um, get the proper funding. Uh, all the bullet points of starting, if not a business, then I guess a social gathering where everything is nice and legal and by the books. And the thing about DreamCon is that you don't just interact with people who share a common interests. You also can interact with people who are content creators or interact with folks like like any other convention, but somewhat on a higher scale. And there are articles that I have read and a DreamCon recap video that I watched on YouTube. And all of what I'm mentioning will be in the will be down below in the description. So check out the description. And for the most part, like I said, where was this when I was coming up? Because it was one of those situations when I started watching what DreamCon is all about. When I started thinking, if I was more courageous about what I like and what I enjoy doing, which is watching anime, playing video games, and whatnot, then maybe this would have been the convention for me. But then again, there was one other convention that I always wanted to go, but never had the opportunity to, because for one reason or another, which I'll get into in a moment. And that's Otakon. And like I may have mentioned before, I never knew conventions existed at the time. But I'm glad I do now because so much experience is all it takes is for me to step outside and it's going to be the experience that I always wanted to do. But the thing about it is that what I appreciate about Otakon is that for any person of the black community who is mocked or shunned or kept their nerdy self behind closed doors out of fear, DreamCon is the place to let that fear go and be among people who have probably dealt with it or have shared a similar experience or or anything of that nature. It's a place where you can actually be yourself and not be judged for it. And that's what I can respect and appreciate. A place where you can go where you actually are appreciated and not tolerated. Small story. I remember a time a friend of mine introduced me into watching WWF, which is now WWE. But at the time, once he introduced me to pro wrestling, I could not stop watching. I could not stop talking about it. It got to the point where he was annoyed by it, but I say God bless him for putting up with me about it. I couldn't stop talking about it all the way up until high school when I had to hold that part of me back. Because I was afraid of the whole classic. You watch pro wrestling? Ugh! It's fake, you know. They're just script fighting. Ugh! And I can only imagine anyone who watch anime and play video games and whatnot probably feared that kind of a similar response. Like, ugh, you watch that kid stuff? That's for babies. You need to grow up. And I find it disappointing when someone is caught up in that situation like that because all I can say is this. Love what you love to do, appreciate what you like to appreciate. Never mind the haters and the naysayers, because they just too cowardly to face up to who they really are themselves and they want to spew it on someone else. Or maybe they're just ignorant and closed minded and just won't get it. Which reminds me of an episode of the recent season of King of the Hill. Hank and Bobby went to a sci fi convention, right? And at the convention, of course, Bobby was in cosplay clothes, but Hank, being Hank Hill, just didn't get it. Without spoiling anything away, he kind of gave Bobby his Bobby gave Hank his convention pass, where that specific pass can let you go anywhere in the building. And Hank was conned out of giving a pass to someone else that wasn't really that he wasn't supposed to give away in the first place. But of course, Hank didn't get it. He called everyone weirdos and whatnot. And yes, I know Camryn Lavine or Camryn Lavine. I'll get to her eventually in this video. And and in response, not only did he upset, the sci-fi convention goers, he also upset Bobby Hill because Hank blew it. Like, yes, Hank Hill is Hank Hill. That's all I can say about that. But what I appreciated about that episode is Hank didn't understand it, so he took the time to understand it by binge watching that one sci-fi show that everyone appreciated and loved. And he understood why is it that big of a deal. But uh, for him to get there, it was I think it was Bill that pointed out that going to conventions and everyone cosplaying is really no different from when him, Dale, Boomhauer, and Hank all painted their faces and wear football jerseys and went to the football games they used to go to. And Hank got mad at Bill, but I'm like, you can't get mad at Bill. He's just stating the facts and saying that what they did when they go to football is completely no different from when everyone goes to sci-fi conventions. So I appreciated the other half of the episode where Hank actually binge watched the sci-fi show that everyone appreciated and loved, and he was willing to put his own pride to the side and create a specific type of weapon that's used in the show by handcrafting it and doing the work himself. And of course, Bobby appreciated, along with an apology that Hank said, or I think he said an apology. And at the same time, it really helped Bobby with his food catering business. Uh, if I remember the season and episode, I recommend everyone watching it, and you'll understand what I mean. But uh, on to the topic. Sorry, I went on a ramble there, but on to the topic. Uh, People who don't get it and choose not to understand it, then that's their prerogative. But I don't think it's a good idea to mock something that someone greatly is invested in. Like, I wouldn't like it if someone mocked me for playing video games and watching anime. I mean, I wouldn't like that, and I'm sure the next person over wouldn't appreciate it either. But my point is DreamCon is a convention where everyone can, and it's not just DreamCon. It's other conventions where people can go to to appreciate the culture of everything that makes them happy. Really, I'm trying to watch my words here, but I hope it makes a whole lot of sense, or at least I'm hoping it does. And for the most part, I hope I do have the opportunity to go to DreamCon or any type of convention if the money is right and if I can get a group of friends to come with me. And I already have a group of friends in mind, but it's just that money is the issue and who's available to go. And I think I briefly mentioned that I never heard of conventions up until living in Maryland in the later years of maybe 2005, 2006. And small story. My mom married my stepdad. All three of us moved to Virginia in 1992. And I graduated high school in 2001. Never heard of conventions, not ever heard of Otakon or Comic Con or anything like that until later in years where maybe it was 2005. I can't remember, but a group of friends of mine and I saw two guys dressed up in Link from The Legend of Zelda. I would assume it's the Ocarina of Time because one dressed up as adult Link and the other dressed up as Dark Link. So I would think that's the case. But we were asking questions like, where y'all going? Where y'all coming from and whatnot. And it was Otakon. Now, Otakon was in Baltimore, Maryland at the time. It was before they moved to Washington, D.C. But the Otakon was held at the Baltimore Convention Center. Since then, I always had a curiosity to go, but like I said, money wasn't right, and I wanted to go with friends. But it was a whole lot of bullet points that I wasn't able to accomplish at the time. Hopefully, I will have the opportunity to go. If not Otakon, then the Baltimore Comic Con or any type of convention while I'm still here on planet Earth. Now, with that, I want to go into a deep dive of why I was never able to go to conventions, aside from what I already mentioned. It's the shyness. Like, sometimes, well, scratch that. Most of the time, it's a struggle for me to come out of my shell, depending on the type of people that I surrounded myself with. Sometimes it's older family members, other times it's my cousins, and other times it's my friends. It's kind of like if you're performing on stage, you have to know your audience. Like, what worked well with one group of people may not work so well with another group of people. With older relatives and family members, I have to be mindful of what I say and how I project myself. If I'm around my cousins, then I'm as a silly goofball that can't stop getting people to laugh and, having a good time. And that goes double when I'm around friends, around my age group. That being said, I struggle with coming out of my shell because I'm afraid of being rejected, or afraid that people will think less of me, or people will have an opinion and a not so negative, in a not so in a negative way, basically. It's one of those situations where I may have to someday reach out to a therapist. Early this year, I did try to try to see what therapists can accept the insurance that I have, but I never really got in touch with one that could because so many obligations and priorities, obligations, responsibilities, however you want to put it. Uh, so I never got around to it, but I certainly would benefit from seeing a psychiatrist at some point. So, shyness is one, finances is another. Now, going to Otakon or any type of convention that's outside of the state of Maryland requires a fair amount of money to put to the side. And I have to consider paying for the badges, paying for travel costs, and in the event that go to an art gallery or or any type of art arts. I believe it's artist gallery, artist corner, uh, vendors at vendor section. I don't know. Tell me in the comment below. But buying memorabilia from your favorite show and whatnot, that costs money. It's no different from when going to a sporting event or a pro wrestling event. Uh, Buying one program from it costs money. Buying a shirt costs money. It's no different from when going to an anime or Comic Con convention. Uh, Buying stuff from vendors and artists that costs money. So that's one of the many things I would have to consider. Then there's food because people get hungry. A brother gets hungry because I don't like to go somewhere on an empty stomach. So there's that. And then what about staying for a hotel? Like, no point sleeping on the bench outdoors. I mean, gotta find a bed to rest on. So the point I'm saying is finances and putting money to the side to for travel, lodging, buying stuff, food, and sometimes things happen and it's need to be prepared for the unexpected. So, and another thing why I never did go to conventions is that I think I already pointed this out before, but I'll try to give it in more detail. Who's going to go with me? I mean, I already have friends in mind who I would like to go with me, but it's all about timing, preparation, and in the event that they are unable to go because of their own priority and circumstances. Oh, and another thing about paying for stuff is you got to pay for the badges. Like, badges will get you in, but if you want the real VIP experience of talking to celebrities, voice actors, and whatever, that costs money too. So that's another thing. And but on the subject of who's who's going to go with me, I mean, I have people in mind I would like to go with, but I don't want to be the guy to have them. I don't want to be the guy that I would have to have them do everything. I want to pull my weight and do my share too. If anything, we should all put our money together and try to come up with something. But that's pretty much the gist of it. People to go with, finances, and overcoming my shyness. Allow me to talk about something while it's still fresh in my mind. A dear friend of mine went to a convention, but the thing about it is that I didn't know about it until he posted online with a lady friend of his. Now, the thing is that whenever remember the part I said who's going to go with me? He was one of the people that I actually wanted to go with or would like to go with. But at the time, now I'm gonna try my best not to badmouth him because I'm sure he has his side of the story to explain, and I don't want to like speak rudely about it. But all I can say is that I was upset that he went with her and they posted online, and it was petty, but I was upset. It sounds petty for what I'm about to say, but I was upset by it because out of all people, I would like to go with him, or would have liked for him to go with me, and we can make it like a guy's weekend kind of thing. But it is what it is, and there was really nothing I could do about it. But at that time, I was upset that he went before I did. Is it petty? Is it shallow for me to say that? Of course it is. But that's how I felt. But I'm glad that he went and had a good time. I just wish that I was one of the people that went with him. That's all. So now, as for the Camryn Lavine, incident, I really don't uh, know her or know of her. I only know that she's related to NBA player with the same name. I think they're brother and sister. And what was really one of the hot topics of DreamCon is she came to the event as a convention goer, but what she said really pushed people mm, put push people's hot button. Now, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but when she came, and I'm going to also post the video in the description. But she said word for word, "I don't be doing that anime stuff. That stuff weird." And then when someone asked her why is she here, she said, "I came to stream hella people's stream." So when I first heard about it, Mr. Tony Weaver Jr. talked about it. Shout out to him. And I'm going to post his video and a few other videos in the description of their thoughts about it. And here's my thoughts. She came to the event and made it all about her. When there are plenty of other conventions she could have went to for the exposure that had nothing to do with anime and video games and whatnot. In fact, in the same video, and I'm sure there's a lengthy version of it, she also added that her boyfriend ruined it for her. When she was in college, she dated this guy who, and I may have misunderstood the video, so don't at me in the comments below, but I think what she was trying to say was she had a boyfriend that she was dating while she was in college, right? And he was all about anime, video games, and whatnot. And she just couldn't vibe with it. And I'm like, unless he physically assaulted her or whatnot, then she had no right to judge the guy that she was dating at the time. If that's what he likes, and that's what he likes. But it's an issue if he prioritized that over her. Then I can understand why it the whole ordeal ruined it for her. But I don't know. All I'm saying is that she came to the event and made it about her instead of just enjoying the experience, taking it all in. She just flat out said, "I'm not into that weird stuff." And I'm thinking after watching it, what she could have done was, I don't understand it, but I want to come here to respect it. Or something. And I'm sure many of people at DreamCon would have explained it to her or tried to give her the basics uh, so she can make her own conclusion. And if she's still not down for it, then at least she tried. But instead, she said it was weird and she made it all about her. And that right there, she could have used her platform to make it a learning experience and give DreamCon the exposure that it deserved. Could have just advertised it saying, "I'm at DreamCon. The place it's a happy place. Everyone is enjoying themselves." And she can still say that she doesn't understand anime and video games, but she's willing to appreciate the creativity of everyone cosplaying and doing what they're doing. She could have give it more exposure and more hype and put service above self. But instead, she said it was weird and made it all about her and her brand instead of possibly collabing or establish a collaboration or something, not just to make her business boom, but also DreamCon boom as well. But it is what it is. I'm sure there's her and many other people like her who feel that way, and that's fine. I mean, that's totally okay, because there's nothing much anyone can do about it. Live and let live, I guess. But all I'm saying is she could have used it as a learning experience and then tried to use her platform and turn it into a positive experience. But, well, it is what it is. I heard that she would later, another day in time, posted an apology video, but I don't know. I never seen it. I haven't seen it and I can't speak much of it. So if anyone saw it and watched it, let me know in the comments below. Was she genuine with her apology, or was she, I guess the word was is narcissistic about it? Hmm. I'm sorry, my mind is going blank right now. I just trying to figure out how to close the episode or at least have something more to talk about. Well, the bullet points I want to address as the takeaway of tonight's episode is hopefully I'll be able to go to at least one convention and come out of my shell and interact with people and remove the fear that I have of being rejected. And also maybe find someone special to settle down with? Question mark? And I don't know. Gather a group of friends together, make it an experience, an adventure to go to Otakon or DreamCon or any convention and enjoy myself. And hopefully someday meet the various voice actors that I appreciate as a anime watcher. There are so many voice actors that I would love to meet. Some sadly have passed away, and others, by the grace of God, are still living. But I still want to go and I'm sure most voice actors meet a lot of people during their busy during their time of business and staying busy and all. But I actually want to meet with them, say I appreciate the work that they do and hope that they will continue doing it as long as they have to. And maybe leave it at that. If there's any voice actor I would certainly love to meet one day, it's, well, Kevin Michael Richardson, the guy who voiced the Shredder in the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dark Laser from Fairly Odd Parents, Cleveland Jr. on the Cleveland Brown Show, and many other voices. I certainly would like to meet the cast of Vox Machina, preferably Mr. Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, Ashley Johnson, and I know I'm mm, missing some names here and there, but those are the three that came out of my head. Uh, Lucy Christian, who is a wonderfully talented voice actress, first and foremost. She voices Hestia in Picking Up Girls in a Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Nami from One Piece, Duck from Princess Tutu. Uh, let me see. Little from, I believe, Volume 9 of Ruby. Eloise from the second season of Black Butler. Uh, oh dear, there's many voices that she has done as a voice actress, but that's all I can remember. Another voice actor I would like to meet is Miss Colleen Cleckenbeard, who's the voice of Luffy on One Piece, Urza Scarlet on Fairy Tail. Uh, there is an anime that I've watched. I could never pronounce the name right. The first part of the title is Ren, but I can't pronounce the other part to it. So if I can remember, I'll post it in this video. But I will say this particular anime is not safe for work. Let's just say it has some adult content, but not to the point of it's rated 18. Or maybe it should be. I don't know. All I'm saying is this particular anime is not for children. And two more voice actors that I'll name. Let's see. Cree Summers, who's the voice of Abigail, or I believe Agent Number 5 from Kids Next Door. Penny from the classic Inspector Gadget. Freddy from the original show A Different World. And let's see. Phil Lamar, who voiced Samurai Jack from Samurai Jack. John Stewart from Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And Virgil from Static Shock and yeah, those are the names that I could come up with. Oh, two more. Brittany Kerbowski, or I believe it's pronounced Kerbowski, from she voices Rimuru from That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. Migi from Parasite. Let's see. Wendy from Fairy Tail, and I just can't think of all the other voices that she's done, but I certainly would love to meet her one day. And last but not least, Christina V, the voice of Shantae from the games Shantae, Hawk from Seven Deadly Sins, and of course, Miraculous Ladybug. Though I never watched the show, I can appreciate the popularity of it. And, La Latina, or Darkness from Konosuba. And I said what, and I already said that's all the voice actors, but there is one more. I promise. Last one. Tara Strong. Yeah, I know. Okay, before I get into her, TTSA, Tara Strong strikes again. And in fact, the main cast of Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. uh, Hayden Welsh, Scott Menville, uh, Kari Payton, and if he's physically able, Greg Sipes. Now, I know that recently Greg Sipes has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, uh, which is tragic, but with all his strength and all his with all the strength that he has, I'm sure that he'll still come to conventions as long as he can. But but Tara Strong is one of the many voice actors I would sure love to meet one day. Now, I I did stumble upon one Instagram post about something troubling about her, but I simply went to the comments and said, "What happened?" Still at this moment, no response of what happened or what is going on. But I hope everything is well. I hope everything is stable. That's all I'm going to leave with. Huh. And with that, um, I think I'll call it a night right here, or stop where I'm at right now. Sorry, folks, for being all over the place. I just have to get my thoughts out in the open, and apologies in advance if my thoughts may seem to be out there and whatnot. But I just want to say that I appreciate you all for actually taking the time to listen to what I have to say and sharing your thoughts in the comments below, or at least listen to me in the background as you're doing your work or writing the best well thought out story or developing the best well thought out game or whatever it is you're doing. Thank you for letting me be your distraction from this crazy world we call life. And if I could quote from Mr. Jim Ross, legendary wrestling commentator, be good to one another and keep in mind that our tomorrows are never guaranteed. So, and I believe that's a wise saying, because what you do today is one thing, but tomorrow is never etched in stone. So always do your best for today and hope for a brighter future the next day. At least that's my interpretation of it. Or if you want to go into another route, remember the master from Kung Fu Panda. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is the future. But life has given us a gift, which is why we call it the present. And with that, I hope everyone is staying hydrated, drink plenty of water, stay out of trouble, keep your head up. And if you have dreams that you want to accomplish or anything that your heart desires, remember, you got to be willing to put in the work to make it happen. You can do anything, you can be anything. Legally, of course. I emphasize legally. But you can be anything and do anything. But you have to put in the work. Always give it 100% of your best. Put in the work, and your work will be demonstrated for the world to see, and it'll be the fruits of your labor for something greater in the future. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. Enough of me rambling. Y'all can go back to bed or go on with your busy schedules. And no matter what happens, do your best to smile. Smiling is free, and it's the good type of contagious uh, positivity to spread around. I'm D the Gamer. I hope everyone has a good day, a good evening, a good night. And until the next episode, be well, be safe, stay hydrated, and be well. Until next time, peace.